Well, it's time now to take a look at the day's business news with our business editor, Charles Pellegrin. Good morning, Charles.
Hi, Aaron.
So you're starting with the ongoing chip war, as it's been called, between China and the United States, the latest blow being dealt by Beijing.
That's right. The Chinese government has said it will be setting restrictions on the export of two key materials used to make computer chips. Producers of the metals known as gallium and germanium will have to obtain special licenses from the authorities to export starting on August 1st. The Commerce Ministry is saying this was done to safeguard national security and interests. The metals are key to making semiconductors, which are used in most electronic devices and are essential for the green transition, as they're used in solar panels. The move by China follows export curbs imposed by the United States last year on semiconductors and technology it believes Beijing could put to use in its military, and also coordinated moves by Japan and the Netherlands. Well, in a tense geopolitical climate, countries are looking to guard themselves from these trade restrictions by rethinking their supply chains. For instance, the EU unveiled a new economic strategy a few weeks ago, which seeks greater control over crucial minerals and technology. And in this particular case, as you can see here, China is the world's largest producer of gallium, with 94% of global production, as well as germanium with 83% of global production, as we just saw there.
All right, Charles, why don't you take us through what's happening on the markets then this hour?
Well, in Europe, at the open, we're seeing a mixed picture. Investors cautious ahead of the release of data on German trade as well as UK mortgage rates. You can see the FTSE in London down 0.1%, the Paris CAC 40 trading pretty flat, as well as the DAX in Frankfurt. And we're also seeing a mixed picture on the major Asian marketplaces. The Nikkei closing the session just under 1% lower after hitting a 33-year high on Monday. The Hang Seng in Hong Kong rising just over 0.5%, led by energy and industrial stocks.
All right, we'll change gears again then, Charles. Indonesia's President Joko Widodo was in Australia this Tuesday looking to build up an electric vehicle battery supply chain.
That's right. Jokowi, as he's known in Indonesia, met with Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese in Sydney. He said strategic cooperation with Australia on EV batteries was a priority. Indonesia is the world's largest producer of nickel, which is used extensively in batteries, while Australia is a major supplier of lithium, which is also a crucial battery component. Jakarta is looking to move up the supply chain by not just exporting the raw materials of nickel, but actually building up the finished product.
All right, in California now, Charles, hotel workers have started the largest hospitality strike in U.S. history.
They're demanding pay hikes and a lighter workload in order to better cope with inflation. Last week, a deal was sealed with one major employer, but talks with other hotels have stalled. Shirley Sitbon has the story.
They often go unnoticed, but now hotel workers want to be heard. They clean rooms, work in the kitchen, carry luggage, welcome in clients at all hours, and make sure everyone's safe. They say what they earn for that hard work is not enough.
We deserve to get better pay because we do work hard. We clean 14 rooms a day. Sometimes we do a little more, so we really do deserve the raise.
A $5 raise per hour. And also improved healthcare benefits, higher pension contributions, and less work. Employees say that since the pandemic, hotels have forced them to do more.
Since the pandemic, the hotels took advantage and laid off huge chunks of their workers.
Low-wage workers have also struggled with inflation more than the rest of the population because most of their budget is spent on food, rent, and gas.
My daughter, she did say no Disneyland. So with this raise, I want to save money and I want to take my baby to Disneyland to meet Mickey Mouse.
This strike is the latest action from California's labor movement. Hollywood writers have been striking since May. Earlier this year, school support staff and some teachers protested as well. Hotel employees hope negotiations will resume after the strike, but one hotel coalition has said they're asking for too much.
All right, Charles, finally for business then, Twitter could be faced with a new rival as early as this Thursday.
That's right. Facebook owner Meta says its new text-based conversation app Threads will be launched later this week on Thursday, and screen grabs are showing an app that is very similar to Twitter. This follows a number of changes at Twitter since it was taken over by Elon Musk, notably the switch to a subscription model for verification and the instauration of a limit to the number of tweets non-paying users can see. That just happened over the weekend. Meta says the Threads app will be free of charge and won't have any restrictions. This is also the latest move in the feud between Elon Musk and Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg, who not too long ago actually wanted to come to blows and fight it out in a cage match or something like that.
Oh wow!
I'm light on the details of the story.
Okay, I did not follow that, Charles. But thanks for that information, Charles Pellegrin with Business.